All right, everybody out there in Talk Box Live land, how's it going? Well, this is your host, Blevins Vox, and Mr. Keith will be back here in just a few minutes. He's on the phone, and we are talking with Mr. Rob De Luca of Spread Eagle. How's it going, Rob?
Good, Chris. How you doing?
I'm here. You know, that's every day you wake up above ground is a good day.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me on Talkbox Live. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, last time it was Blevins Nation. I mean, that was well over 3 years ago. I think I can't even remember.
Well, with COVID, things have just disappeared like that. Time has disappeared.
Because that UFO show here in Cincinnati at Bogarts was 2019.
Yeah,
maybe something like that.
So well, no, it was probably early 20. It was probably.
No, I think it was 19.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, because I'd interviewed you I think in 19, first of the year, and then around middle of the year, probably June, July, August, I think was the show. I can't remember, but
okay. We also did some dates in early 2020, like
okay.
January or February, right up until COVID.
Oh, okay. Well, it wouldn't have been then here in Cincy, or if it was, I missed that one. But I did go to one of them. So, but yeah. So to rattle off real quick here, Rob's, of course, bass player, and he plays. He's also played with Bach for a few years. Sebastian Bach, that is the Sebastian Bach band, and of course, like I just said, UFO. And I mean, you think of UFO, you think at least early 70s. Is it further back than that?
They formed in 69, but I think people really kind of started to hear about them about 76.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, some people knew about them earlier, of course, but I think they started to get more popular in about 76, 77 when Schenker joined and all that, And
Yep, definitely. And that singer, man, for his age, he can still.
Oh my God,
he can still wail, man. So I mean, what is he now? Close to 90? He's at 80 something, maybe.
No, he's in his 70s. I'm not sure how old he is, but probably mid 70s.
Yeah, no doubt. No, I was just picking, but yeah. So, man, so tell me. We're actually here to talk about Spread Eagle. The last time I talked to you, Spread Eagle had just put out a new CD. So when was that?
Since we talked, yeah, that was Subway to the Stars, which we released in 2019, which we're still really proud of, and our fans really like
videos off that.
Yeah, and our fans really like it. So we're glad to be back making new music, adding to our catalog, and we're just started work on a new record. We got a ways to go on it, but the material's really strong, and we're very excited. So it's fun stuff.
Yeah. So lineup still the same?
Yeah. Ray West on vocals, Ziv Shalev on guitars, Rick De Luca on drums.
Okay. Now I see. I thought both of y'all were in the same band, but and all of a sudden I was just like, no, there's two different bands. And now I remember. Okay.
Well, the problem is I'm in a bunch of bands. So
yeah, exactly. So let's not. If
you're talking about Rick, yes, he's in one band with me at least. Yes.
Right. So that's who I was talking about.
Monster drummer.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Now, and y'all formed in 89. 89. I was going to say 87. Yeah. I knew it was somewhere around there. So
89.
And when did the first album come out?
It came out in May of 1990, I believe.
May of 1990. Okay, so actually right before the grunge era hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So and did you feel like y'all got lost in the shuffle? Not really the shuffle. It's a bad word for it, but
well, it was a shuffle. It was a shuffle. It was a change of everyone's attitude towards music, change of style. And we kind of that took its toll on us. Absolutely. I think there's a lot of grunge bands I love. There's a lot of I love all styles of music as long as it's good. You know, it's just it was a weird time where if you weren't in a grunge band, no one would even listen to you or consider you to be relevant or good, which was really strange. It's really strange.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what's his name from the Screaming Trees? Mark. I can't pronounce his last Langen.
Lanigan.
Yeah. Langen. Okay. Yeah. Passed away just was it yesterday or the day before. I can't remember.
Yeah, but the last couple of days, he was only 57 or something like that. I think.
Say what now?
I think he was 57 years old or something like that.
Yeah, 57. So, yeah, you know, I'm a big 80s guy, 70s, 60s, but of course I did, you know, play a lot of music in the 90s too. So, you know, I just I got a little mad there because hair metal kind of went to the wayside, and I was like, had a, you know, but it, you know, it is what it is. It was time for a change, you know, and music changed, and but I was still glad to see, that guy up there doesn't like the 90s. I don't think he even knows the name of a band from the 90s.
Red Eagle.
What? There you go. That's right, Spread Eagle. But
it would have been nice if it just it would have been nice if it just took out the cheesiest bands. That it was obviously a backlash to the biggest elements of hair metal. The most over, in my opinion, grunge was a counterforce to the biggest elements of hair metal. The most over the top elements of hair metal, and some of the worst bands of hair metal, you know, whatever that is, worst.
Yeah,
music.
right,
Music,
exactly.
Music is all, you know, opinion. But if it would have just taken out some of those ridiculous bands and left a lot of the others that should have stuck around, that would have been great. But it just was a weird time where if you were out, you know, before grunge, you were just not good. It was very strange.
Yeah. And, you know, my thing with, and I wouldn't say every band was grunge, but just that time, you know, and grunge didn't last a long time, you know, 95, 96, it was over, in my opinion. I mean, you know, but the thing is with that, the only thing that seemed different to me was not the only thing different, but the most different thing was in the 80s, a lot of bands and everybody was out to, you know, you knew everybody in the band, but it was like, oh, the drummer sticks out, or oh, the lead guitarist sticks out, or you know, blah blah blah, this person, that person. When it came to the 90s, it was more about the structure of the song as a band instead of one guy going, hey, look at me, you know, hence no solos and this and that, or not all, but some didn't, you know, most didn't play solos and stuff like that
because they didn't know how.
You're right. That could be part of it too, you know. I'm busting you balls. I'm kidding.
I know, and I expect that no less, by the way.
Well, it happened. It was what it happened. It flushed the toilet, so to speak. It took out some bands it shouldn't have took out, but here we are, still making rock and roll. So it didn't take me out for long.
Yeah, no. And, you know, and a lot of bands still played through all that, you know, your Aerosmiths, your Teslas, or Tesla, you know, Van Halen, of course. I mean, that's a given. You couldn't stop those four guys, you know, and it was very cool, you know, a lot of good stuff came out of that, but then just like the 80s, it was a lot of it was cookie cutter too, you know.
That all happened with any style, you know, like labels see a band that's selling and then they're going to try to sign 2 or 3 like that, and you have every label doing that. You have 20 bands, you know, trying to succeed that sound like Creed or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, you know, it happens.
Yeah. Now, Spread Eagle, do y'all have a name for the album yet? If you do, can you say it, or does
no name yet?
No name yet. any songs finished yet that you know? How far
No.
are you? We'll say that.
We've demoed 8 songs. We're starting on guitars soon, and then we'll do some more writing to finish to get enough for a full album. We're almost there.
Okay.
Now, will there be a tour?
Will there be a what? A tour? Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool. We'll probably tour before it's released. After we track it and send it off to get mixed and mastered, we'll probably tour then.
So I didn't get to hear what you guys were talking about earlier when I was on the phone with Robbie. So how many of the original members are still there?
2. Ray West, singer, and I.
Okay. See, I never got a chance to see you guys back in the day, so I'm actually looking forward to that. That'll be cool.
It's a great band. It really is. It's a lot of fun, and the music our catalog is definitely deep, and we have a lot of fun on stage. It's energetic, and we actually get along really, really well. So it's a blast to be touring with these guys. We're like brothers.
Speaking of that, isn't your brother the drummer? Cousin. Okay.
Rick.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. Now, go ahead, y'all. Come up with something else. Mine just totally left my mind. I forgot what I was going to ask.
Yeah, we're going to tour. And we want to tour as soon as possible. But because of COVID, we canceled a tour, and then we went into writing mode. So right now I'm writing mode. So we're going to, finish that first.
I remember my question now. You were talking about writing songs, and you said you had 8. Now, back in the day,
everyone has a bunch of songs, but we have 8 that we've worked on.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering. Are y'all gonna do like bands did back in the day? I don't know if y'all did this or not, but I mean, a lot of bands would do 15, 20 songs and then choose from that. Or do you feel that these 8 that you're working on right now will probably make the album? Or,
That's a good question. But we usually don't have many leftover songs. And the reason that is coming from my end is I do a lot of self-editing, self-criticism, whatever. And if I show the guys a song, I've really scrutinized if it's good enough, and made it as best as I can as far as, in its presentation form. Okay. So there are a lot of songs I write that don't make it, tons, but the guys don't usually hear them.
Oh, okay. Now, do you write playing with a guitar? Do you write using the bass? Your melody with bass, or how does that go?
I write with the bass.
Okay.
I've written songs on guitar, but I've always written songs on bass.
Okay. My bass player does the same thing, and I can play bass, but I'm just like, I don't think I could do that. I have to, this guitar for me. So.
Well, it's just what you're used to doing. I hear the harmony of the chords in my head, and I sing the melody, and I'm just basically just kind of like, it's all in here, but it's kind of like playing an acoustic guitar for me,
Okay.
And singing and playing, but it's just a bass.
Yeah.
So that kind of answered my question, which is the difference between writing between a bass and a guitar, and whether you hear, the rhythm of the guitar, or whether you're focusing more on the bass line when you're writing.
I'm focusing more on the. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm thinking of the riffs. I'm a riff writer.
Okay.
And so I'm writing riffs on the bass that could end up being guitar riffs. They could end up being guitar and bass riffs, or I could just decide, hey, that sounds better on guitar, and switch to something else, more fundamental or whatever. And then I hear the melody in my head, the vocal melody in my head, and
cool.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. Real quick here, Rob, did you do your top 5 bassists? I know it's probably hard.
I just remembered you sent me that. I didn't think about it, but I think I could
probably do it off the top of your head.
Off the cuff. I'm not going to say these are in any order, but bassists I really respect. Certainly, Duff McKagan is absolutely incredible, and he knows his instrument very well. And on that first album is like a bass lesson if anyone has the chance to learn it. Meaning Appetite, not the EP.
Yeah.
Cliff Williams, because that driving right hand, it's, people might think he's not as great a bassist because he's fundamental, but man, to be able to do that with your right hand is not easy, and he's definitely up there. And then
who's he with? I'm sorry, I'm not
AC/DC. He's with AC/DC.
Oh, okay, that's right. I got you. All right,
Cliff. And then there's the obvious McCartney, Entwistle, Jaco Pastorius, who are playing a lot more notes and doing a lot more, but no greater than any of them. Just different. They're all different,
Okay.
And Cliff, who moves around the least, is still unbelievable because the way he drives a band and what he does with his right hand is just fantastic. So they all are very important in different ways to me.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, baby, wait just one second.
Maybe my favorite is Joe Lally from Fugazi that no one's ever heard of, but he's
really?
absolutely incredible.
Okay.
He's probably my favorite bass player.
All right, very cool. What you got, Keith?
Well, I got the obvious Billy Sheehan. I mean, and this is not in any particular order. And again, style points. Huh?
I said ours never are.
I saw Billy on the Eat 'em and Smile tour with David Lee Roth. It was just
me too. That was all.
He's ridiculous.
My mind just jumped out of my head.
Yeah, I mean, he's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. So good.
My favorite, probably out of the whole list, is the Ox, John Entwistle.
He's great.
Hey, you listen to 515 or something like that.
I love that song.
Jesus, if you isolate the bass line, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Huge Van Halen fan, so I got to say Michael Anthony.
Absolutely.
And then when you throw in his skill as a backup singer to make David Lee Roth sound like he actually can sing, that just, it's just bonus. Cliff Burton from Metallica.
Oh, yeah.
Very short-lived, but man, I mean, and I'm not a huge Metallica fan, but I can appreciate that early I was in the Bay Area in the Navy at the time when Metallica was getting their start. They were just coming up right after Cliff died and so forth. And I mean, it shook you when you listen to some of that thrash and you listen to what he was laying down. And probably one of the greatest, in my mind anyway, bass players of all time, Steve Harris from Iron Maiden.
Oh, yeah.
What a drive. And there's so many other guys out there. I mean, if you wanted to throw Gene Simmons in there for style points.
Gene is a great bass player.
He is. He
doesn't get noticed for it, but man, he's so
that's what I was going to say. He's just not as technically challenged or challenging as the rest of them because they're so.
He plays pretty damn well. Gene does some really interesting stuff.
And then one of my other ones that I have to throw in there, and that's Geddy Lee from Rush.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew he'd be in there somewhere.
I had to, man. Yeah. I had to.
Well, mine.
The guy's ridiculous.
Mine, I've been a little busy, so I did not do mine. I totally forgot, but I can do mine off the top of my head, of course. And of course, there's going to be two of them in there, for sure. Is Geddy Lee, of course. I think Steve Harris, of course. So the two of my tops. Actually, Frank Bello. And not just not just because
a really nice guy too.
Yes, wonderful guy. I love that guy. Interviewed him a couple of times, but yeah, it's it's just amazing. Probably, man, just because of Bobby Blotzer was just such a great drummer and could lay the fat grooves down, man. And Juan Crocier of Rat, my famous, my best rhythm section, I think. And then and my last one, I'm going to throw one out there nobody knows. I've played with this guy for over 24 years. His name's Bradley Berryhill, and that dude is one of the smoothest laying in the pocket guys you can think of. And he can play keys. He can, he plays a Jerry Lee Lewis type piano, and he writes too from bass. And I got to throw him in there. Love that guy, man. And like I said, he can lay it down with any drummer, falls in with him in the pocket, boom, he's right there. Cool. So that's mine real quick.
And there's so many more.
Oh, a ton,
so
man.
many more.
And back in the day, it was, like in Circus Magazine, Hit Parader Magazine, Rip Magazine, all that stuff. Everybody, it was a fan driven thing. Okay. Whoever was popular, that was such trash and such bullshit. Nikki Sixx is Nikki Sixx, can write songs, but he's not that great of a bass player, in my opinion. But, not knocking Nikki at all. But, if he hears this, maybe he wants to come on and say something. No, I'm just kidding. But, just a plug there. But no, but yeah, real quick here, want to bring a special guest on real quick, Mr. Robbie Lochner from Jack Russell's Great White.
Hey, Robbie.
Hello, Robbie.
How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Robbie.
Doing good. How you doing?
Everyone's good. Good to see you.
Yeah, really good.
What's going on with you, Robbie? What's happening with Jack and you guys?
We've been playing. We're keeping busy. We're leaving again tomorrow. We're doing the weekend thing. We're leaving tomorrow. We're going to actually be playing in Ohio at the Blue Note Cafe on
what
Friday.
city is that?
That's in Harrison.
You played there with Sebastian.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So we're playing there Friday, and then we head up to New York, Tonawanda on Saturday.
Oh, that's up by Buffalo, isn't it?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it is. I remember that now. Okay.
And then we do the 80s cruise after that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Now, where's that leaving out of?
That's going out of Fort Lauderdale for a week.
Okay.
A week. Good.
A
That's
week.
great.
Yeah.
How many shows you have to do in a week?
We're only doing 2.
Ah, so you'll have a nice vacation on a boat, huh?
I know, 3 stops, and it's just I'm like, wow. And they're paying us really well, took care of our flights, and I mean, really treating us pretty well.
Good,
cool,
good.
man.
We're excited for that. So we got a lot of shows coming up. Keeping busy. Yeah.
Okay,
how's Jack doing?
Cool. He's doing all right. All right.
Good.
He's coming back from a surgery that he had a few months back, and he's, it's slow recovery, but he's pushing forward. So
he still sings like a damn bird, man. That guy.
He sings well. Yeah.
Yes, very well. Well, Robbie, everybody definitely, if you're in this area, go to Harrison, Ohio, to the Blue Note Friday night, and that's what time's that show start? 7 or 8? I think DV8 is opening the show.
DV8's opening. I think doors are at 6, and I think the show starts at 7. I think.
Okay. That sounds right. I don't have my notes in front of me, but that sounds about right. I think we go on 9:30 or 10 or something like that. So
okay. But yeah, they're a great cover band from around here, and they'll play some good music for to open the show and get the crowd warmed up for y'all. Nice. So that'd be cool. Nice. And I guess your show with Mark, what's his name?
Matt Drake. Yeah.
Is that gone for now?
We're just taking a little bit of a break because we did 90 shows, and we're kind of like, man, we need just a breather. We're both really busy. He opened a golf course and a car lot, and then I'm out on the road and doing all the stuff, that's going on.
He looks like a car salesman.
Yeah.
What's the name of that band, Robbie?
What's that?
What's the name?
It was a podcast.
Oh no, we had you on that show. They hang out.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about a band.
There. Okay.
You did 90 shows. I get it.
Yeah, we did 90 shows every week for 90 weeks. So it's like we're kind of like, let's take a little breather for a moment, and then we'll come back to it. But let's just need to kind of that's a long time. That's a lot of shows.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciated it. I still do.
It was fun. It was a good.
And I'll definitely hit you up because we'll get you on here and talk some stuff about Jack Russell's Great White and what you got going on and all that good stuff.
Cool.
So,
right on.
All right. Well, Robbie, appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
And
good to come and say hello. Hopefully, I'll see you out on the road, Rob. Hopefully, we'll see you out there.
I'm sure we'll be doing some shows together.
Yeah, you're doing stuff with George Lynch too, right? You're going to be playing with George.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So George, UFO, Sebastian, there's a lot going on.
Spread Eagle.
And
Spread Eagle. You know what? Actually, we're playing together. Sebastian's playing at the Midsummer Music Festival. We're on the same night, July, I forget what it is, 17 or something like that.
Cool.
Okay. Very cool.
So that'll be good. But yeah, just came in and say hello. Oh, I got to say one bass player, though, Victor Wooten.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. That guy's
exactly.
Monster.
Yes,
Monster.
Victor Wooten. I forgot about him.
He's insane. A musician. The guy's just brilliant. And just the whole thing, he can just lay back and play, and then he can do stuff that's out of this world. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. That's my bass player's favorite bass player is Victor Wooten. So, loves it. So,
nice.
Well, cool, Robbie. We appreciate you, man. And I'll try to get up there and see y'all Friday night.
All right, cool.
So,
all right.
See you, Robbie.
All right,
good
take care.
Talking, buddy.
Yeah, good talking to you. I'll see you for
See
sure.
you, Robbie.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see.
All right, man.
Sure.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
very cool. So, now that would be a good show. Would love to see Jack Russell's Great White and Spread Eagle as a show together. That would be, man, that'd be killer. So, because I've yet to see Spread Eagle too. So, we didn't have too many good shows. We had a few, but not too many. Being from Mississippi, there wasn't a lot came through South. If they stopped in New Orleans, they jumped right over Mississippi and went to Alabama or Florida. So, but yeah. So what else you got going on, Rob?
Well, as Robbie mentioned, I just started playing with George Lynch, which is a lot of fun.
I saw a video you shared from that. So
Yeah,
I missed all that. What are you doing with Lynch?
Well, we just did the Rock Legends cruise.
Okay.
And, that went to the Bahamas, and we got this March 4th. We're in Medina, Minnesota, with Winger, and
nice.
Yeah, so we're just doing shows, and it's really fun. And George is on guitar, obviously, and Andrew Freeman from Last in Line is on vocals.
Okay.
And Jimmy DeAnda, original Bullet Boys drummer, and me on bass. So
this is not a Lynch Mob project then?
He retired that name. It's called George Lynch and the Electric Freedom.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, and it's really good, and it's really fun because we jam. We improvise, and
oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so it's. I've only done 3 shows on the boat, and we did Vegas before that a few weeks ago, and that's all I've done so far, and it's been really fun, really rewarding.
He's an incredible guitarist.
Yeah, he's a nice guy too. He's very humble.
Yeah, which is surprise. I don't want to sound like a jackass, but it's kind of surprising. I mean, because he's like upper echelon guitar players from his era, his genre, and whatnot. You would think, he would have an ego, and he's really
no need for it though.
Right? Exactly. And he's just a really nice guy. If you get a chance to talk to him.
Yeah. Well, Keith, it's like I told you, like me and you were talking about the other day. You can't go on what people say, and
no.
We saw Lynch Mob play over at the
venue.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Oh, he's an asshole. He's mean. He doesn't blah 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 blah." So I left thinking I wouldn't get to meet him, and then after the next day, Lori messaged me and says, "Hey, he met everybody, hung out with us for an hour. It was like a couple days before Christmas." So she said he was the greatest guy. I was kicking myself in the butt because he's like one of my top 2 guitar players in the world.
Absolutely.
So,
it was funny because I thought the same thing. Not that he was an asshole. I just thought that I wouldn't get it, that he just wasn't going to come out and do anything. He just,
right.
being close to Christmas, he's going to want to get on the road, whatever
What
the
year
case
was
may
that?
be.
What
What's
year was
that?
that? What year was that? This past year?
2018 or 19?
Oh yeah, see, pre-COVID. Yeah, the whole world's attitudes have changed to meeting people now with COVID. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
I'm not saying that people don't do it, but you have to just think: is this, you know, is this the right time? You know, do it.
I got a good question for you. Who out there that you haven't met that you really want to meet, musician wise? I mean, I'm sure you've met a lot, but
you know, to be totally honest, I don't think like that. You know, like I don't.
You're not a fanboy?
Not that I'm a huge fanboy about people's musicianship, but I just don't care about meeting people.
Okay.
Really?
Maybe I'm strange, you know?
No, not at all.
Every to each his own.
Not at all.
Okay. Well,
I mean, you know, it'd be cool to meet Angus Young, I guess, you know, but if I didn't, it's fine too.
No, I mean,
huge fan, but
no bucket list, right?
No bucket list
of people. I hear you.
Or actors, or I don't.
Okay.
It's not my thing.
But that's cool though. You know, a lot of people get starstruck and they forget that you guys, and I say you because you're there on stage. We looked up to you when we're seeing you perform and whatnot. But you all put your pants on the same way I do, one leg at a time. You know, and you're just normal people, and you know. You, like I said, Rob, you've been gracious enough to come out and have a drink and talk to people after shows before that I've seen 2-3 different times. And
I love talking to fans. I love talking to anyone, you know. Anyone who loves music, I can have a conversation with very easily.
That's good.
Anyone who appreciates music, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I mean, it's just one of the things, you know, you just got to realize you're still people too.
Yeah. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Who in the world is Nancy Kendall? .ONG? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I was reading something.
That's okay.
But yeah, sorry, that threw me off so bad. My brain, I got ADD, squirrel. So when's the new album projected? You got a projected?
It's hard to say.
Fall.
I know that it'll be recorded. It should be done being recorded by then, but it depends on mixing and mastering and all that stuff. So it's hard to say at this point.
Who's doing all that?
Mixing, I'm unsure. Producing, me. Mastering, Howie Weinberg.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I was wondering if you were going to be in studio at some capacity with putting it together.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Who? Golly.
Hold your thought.
I have a brain fart, man, every 5 seconds.
So if your projection, if slated possibly for the fall, winter time, when you thinking you're going to hit the road?
We're going to hit the road long before it comes out because.
Okay, long before. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'll need a little time to set it up. So if we're done it by the fall, it might come out, you know, in January, you know, because we'll need a little time to set up the release.
Sure.
But as soon as we get done tracking, we're gonna hit the road.
So maybe as soon as summertime.
Yeah, that would be great. I can't say for sure, but that would be great if we can get out by then.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it came
back. By the fall.
Yeah.
Cool. Now it came back to me. Are all the guys close to where y'all can hit the studio easy enough, or?
Well, our guitar player just moved to Jersey, but not too far away. Our drummer and I live in New York, and the singer goes back and forth between Brooklyn and South Florida.
Oh, okay. Okay. So not too bad. Not too bad. You don't really have to do anything in another state and send it to somebody and have them do something.
No, the way we work, we always have people get together. We don't maybe for demo purposes, you may be sending files, but when it comes down to the real stuff, I'm always there. So I may, get together at different times with different people, maybe with Rick, the drummer at this time, with Zeeb, the guitar player at a different time, but it's not like sending files,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
There's something about when you're together that it gets better.
Chemistry is so much better.
Yeah, and something about the critical process of it is just so much more effective, in my opinion.
Yes.
And I mean critical in a good way, like you know what's right and what's wrong, and you can work it out easier when you're there together,
Okay. Now, where can everybody find y'all? I know you're all Spread Eagles on Facebook. And it's just is it Spread Eagle, like Facebook.com Spread Eagle, or
I'm not sure about that, but it's pretty easy to find. Just Spread Eagle, just Google Spread Eagle Band and you'll see all our pages. But we're on YouTube and Spotify and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. We're everywhere. So just Google or Google my name and we're easy to find.
Okay. Now, are y'all on Spotify and iTunes and all that good stuff too?
Yep. Spotify, iTunes, absolutely.
Okay. My wife's actually throwing up
Spread Eagle, New York City.
Oh, Spread Eagle NYC, is it?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah,
okay.
We're Spread Eagle NYC on some platforms. We're Spread Eagle Band on some platforms.
Yeah, because a lot of people use the same name or get it first before you and stuff like that, and you got to add stuff. But okay, very cool. But yeah, you said you're on all platforms for digital? Yeah. Okay, very cool. So yeah, Spotify, just look up Spread Eagle, and iTunes and all that good stuff. Now, who do you
Spread Eagle Band if you can't, if you know.
Right. Okay. Now, what kind of let's hit gear here for a couple seconds, and what do you like as far as what's your bass? P bass, jazz bass, humbucker? What do you like?
Yeah, for Spread Eagle and Sebastian and Lynch, I use a 1966 Fender Precision. With Ernie Ball strings. Ernie Ball, like a little bit heavier than normal strings.
Okay.
And with UFO, I use a 1979 Gibson Thunderbird.
That's what I was thinking. I thought there was a Thunderbird in there somewhere. So okay.
And I'm always using Ampeg SVTs.
Oh, nice.
For shows I use it. For shows I usually just use reissues. The reissues that try to mimic the old ones. They sound pretty darn good, but I got some old ones I use for recording.
Now, do y'all do a lot of fly-in shows or fly-out show, whatever it's called?
I didn't used to. I mean, I have done many in my life, but lately, no. But until I hooked up with Lynch, now it's going to be mostly fly-ins.
Okay, so you'll probably end up using backline and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is it in your rider that you have to have a Ampeg SVT?
Yeah, Ampeg SVT and no brown M&Ms.
Well, hey, I always thought that was silly till I actually read the truth behind that, and it really makes sense. If they're not going to pay attention to that, what else are they not going to pay attention? Especially stuff that's on, to do with sound or the gear you want, and different things like that. So, if man, it really makes sense now. I used to think it was just funny and stupid, but no, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So, but I'm sure some people took advantage of, some things. But
people must have thought they were total assholes until they realized why they did that.
Exactly. So that's cool. Yeah, I want Skittles and just take all the green ones out, but that's just me. But
that's pretty funny. I'm going to use that one.
Yeah, the lime aren't that good, but anyway.
Dude.
Be quiet. All right, real quick here, if you got a couple more minutes, Rob, we got Keith does a thing called Caruso's Cup of Tea.
Okay.
And,
It's because he's constantly busting my balls. And I said, dude, it's not my cup of tea. He goes, we're going to use that. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
So these are some bands that he, let me see if I can add this to the stream. So Keith, when you see the band, you talk about them. So
Is that how that works?
yeah, I think that's Hammerfall, isn't it?
No.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Halloween.
That's Halloween.
It's Halloween. It's
Okay,
Andy
I see
Harris in
now.
the front.
Okay, my bad. I'll hush.
And yeah, sort of, kind of. Anyway, so I chose this week's basically a lot of German power, and so Halloween. I've been a big fan of theirs since like '86. You know, they've gone through some different lineup changes, but they're back right now with their 3 singers they've used over the course of time in Andy Darris and Michael Kiske, and of course the guitar player Kai Hansen. And what they did was they did a 30th anniversary called Pumpkins United, and they brought everybody back for this. And they did Wacken, and it was a huge success. And so what they did was they went in the studio and they recorded their brand new record right here called just Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And the opening track, or the opening single, I should say, is called Skyfall. It's a 12-minute song.
Wow.
And it's insane, but it features all 3 vocalists. And then they've got a world tour. And this is a projected keeper. They're going to keep all 3 guys.
Wow.
And they're going on tour. They were supposed to go on tour with the other band I'm going to talk about, another favorite of mine, and that's Hammerfall. But the European leg of that just got canceled. So they're looking at Latin America and hopefully the States. But yeah, this is their self-titled record. It came out in 2021. This is like their 7th record, I think, now, not counting EPs and all that live and stuff, but it's like their 7th or 8th, I think, studio record. And it's just fantastic. I mean, the guys haven't missed a beat musically. And then vocally, they're just, Michael Kiske is, you know, if you remember back in the day on, you know, he did the I Want Out. He held that note for like a week and a half. And
8 minutes.
And he can still do it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Great band. Great band.
All right. Well, who do we have here next?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
This is your cup of tea.
Right.
This is my cup of tea. Yes, sir.
We don't do not cup of teas.
No, that's usually anything he brings up.
Okay.
From the 90s, mostly.
Okay.
Grunge. Yeah. I had my grunge phase, though. See, I did have my grunge alternative phase as I was dating a girl back in the day, and she was friends with Michael Stipe and the other guy, the guitar player from REM, because she was from down there. And she knew them. And she was a big fan, and she knew them, and she had me into all this crazy shit. And then I was, and nobody was really doing anything. 94, 95, 96. Nobody's really doing anything in that time frame from what I like. And so I got lost in the wave of mediocrity, basically.
That was the alternative wave.
Yeah, and you know, and there was some good stuff that came out then, for what it was, but it just looking back on, I was like, what was I thinking? Well, you know, I was chasing tail. That's what I was thinking, you know.
Yeah.
Anything for this is Tobias Sammet's Avantasia, and he's the vocalist from a band from Germany called Ed Guy. Amazing vocalist, great band. And what this is he started in, I think, 99. He did a rock opera thing he wrote. And he's had a bunch of guest musicians. Jeff Tate has sang vocals on there.
Eric Martin.
Yeah. He's had all these different vocalists and musicians and whatnot. And he's actually just getting ready to release the newest installment of that, which I have not heard the name yet or anything, but they're getting ready to drop that fairly soon. And it just, just great stuff. And like I said, just a plethora of musicians.
And they're long songs too.
Yeah, some of them are. Like this one particularly is 2016, and this is Ghost Lights. It's got the song, really one of my favorites, called Mystery of a Blood Red Rose, which it's a 3-minute song, but then you got one on here, it's 12 minutes, 7 minutes,
Yeah.
So, but it's really quality stuff. I really enjoy it. It's good stuff. Really, good stuff.
All right.
All right, these are my guys from Gothenburg, Sweden. This is Hammerfall. I got turned on to these guys right around 1997, and have been a big fan ever since. Got to see them open up for Ronnie James Dio at Annie's, which is now Riverfront Live, back in the day, and I was totally stoked about that because I figured I'd be the only guy there that knew who they were, and they actually had a really big following. I was really surprised. They're kind of the new version of like a Judas Priest kind of thing, but really, like I said, really solid musicians. The vocals really good, drums.
I'll let you check them out.
Yeah, they're really, I really one of my favorite bands out there right now. Actually, just been a big fan of theirs, and they're fun to hang out and drink beer with after a show.
Well, there you go.
Which is always cool. But highly check them guys out if you get a chance. Two really good guitar players in that band, Pontus Norgren and Oscar Zroniak. The blonde guy, and then the guy on the far left is Pontus Norgren. Very good guitar players. So that's pretty sweet.
When it comes to European stuff, Keith is my Eddie Trunk.
These guys were supposed to do a tour. They're actually, like I said before, they're supposed to do a tour with Halloween this year, and I'm hoping they bring that to the States because I will go to 3 or 4 of them shows anywhere close within a 5-hour drive.
All right. Well, let's go to the next one here, and this all
right, and this is Primal Fear. These guys are just
I've heard some of their stuff before, so
they're just badass. That's just all there is to it. They've been around for a while. Again, they got about close to 10 records out now, I believe. The guy on the far right is Matt Sinner. He played bass. He has his own band called Sinner. Ralph Sheepers, who he sang for Gamma Ray. I think he had a stint in Halloween at one point. Unbelievable, just vocals. And then
Alex, all right.
What? No, Ralph. Well, Ralph is he's the bald guy. He's a singer.
Yeah, I knew that. I was talking about the guy with the hat.
The guy on the far right with the long hair with the sunglasses is Matt Sinner. He's a bass player.
Right. I was talking about the one on the other end.
On the left.
Yeah.
That's
the only one left that doesn't have anything in his hand. So I figured
that's their new drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they actually have a guitar player who's not in this photo. Magnus Carlson. You may have heard of him.
I think I heard Magnus before. Not sure the last one.
Magnus and Alex Bayroth, the guy in the very middle with the guitar, were carrying the banner for a while. The guy that's blonde with the guitar, he was in the band and then he left, and then they brought him back again to fill in when Magnus couldn't go on tour, and then they wound up keeping him. So now they actually have 3 guitarists.
Wow.
And
okay.
Magnus has put out a couple of
so they're a heavy metal Leonard Skinner. Ugh, I can't talk.
I wouldn't say anywhere near Leonard Skinner.
No,
not really. Yeah. They're like if you like Judas Priest, you'll really like them because they kick you right in the nuts, kind of, Sheepers has got an amazing voice.
Okay.
Just Alex Bedro, like I said, he's got his own little side project. And then, of course, Magnus Carlsen's got a couple different things he does with different vocalists. He's got Nora from Battle Beast and, some other, and I know that means nothing to you, but he's got some other guest vocalists that he puts on there and does like an opera concept kind of thing, with different musicians and vocalists. Really, really good stuff. And then, of course, you got to give a shout out to Gamma Ray.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
They're right in that. Kai Hansen from Halloween formed them after he left Halloween.
Oh, okay.
And so
they got, all these bands tie in together almost.
Sort of, kind of, sort of. Most of them are German.
Yeah.
Hammerfall is Swedish. And the rest of them are German. But yeah, but they're all that heavier. There's no Cookie Monster growling in it, anything like that. It's all clean vocals.
All good singing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, if you like the old school Judas Priest, things like that, you'd really like these guys a lot, because a lot of the music and the vocals and stuff are still the same style.
Yeah.
So
okay.
And this week's is brought by Sailor Jerry was the choice today. If you noticed, I didn't have a Huggy with anything in it. I'm doing a little Sailor Jerry and Mountain Dew.
No,
that's
the
wrong.
Choice today. Yes.
Is that wrong?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, rum. Okay.
If you like Captain Morgan's, this is Sailor Jerry. It's basically the same thing. It's a spiced rum, but it has a hint of cherry in it.
Huh.
Okay.
And it's really cool. It's really cool because the label and all that stuff is all based on Norman Collins, Sailor Jerry. He was the guy that's the father of the Navy Hawaiian. I don't know if you can see that or not. The old school Hawaiian tattoos.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. I think I bought some of that not too long ago.
I love it. I think it's great. If you like Captain Morgan's, I think it's I think it's a little bit better. It's got a little hint of cherry in it, and it goes great with Mountain Dew.
Well, cool. Well, Rob, man, it's been a pleasure. Love having you on here talking about.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Always
no,
nice
thank
to
you.
be
Looking forward to that album coming out. Looking forward to y'all being on the road. And everybody, yeah, check out, I am so blind I can't even read that, but spreadeagle.us. So that's the
Oh yes, spreadeagle.us is our website.
Okay. All right. And of course, like Rob said, you can check them out. Like the Facebook page was the NYC, Spread Eagle NYC. And then they're on Spotify and all that good stuff, all the streaming platforms. And then, of course, on YouTube. And you can check out this new video.
Request Spread Eagle on Hair Nation, Sirius XM Hair Nation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, most definitely. And if they come anywhere near you, go see them. If UFO, is UFO going to tour maybe some more?
Well, right now our only dates are in Europe. We have June and October in Europe. Hopefully they'll book some other things before they retire, but they may not. So
Okay.
I'd love to see him come back to the States. Is Vinny still with him then?
yeah. Oh yeah.
God, I tell you what, that was a really pleasant surprise when I saw that.
He's great.
He was really good. I got some of his solo stuff, and I was just like glued right in front of him that whole show. Like, oh my God, Vinny! I never thought I'd see Vinny more live, and I was just like gobsmacked. He is much better than just wow, really good guitar player.
Fantastic.
But yeah, Sebastian Bach, the the George Lynch.
And the Freedom something.
Electric Freedom, I think.
Electric Freedom. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, any of those come through, definitely go see them wherever they are.
Absolutely.
Close to you. If they're at least 250 miles, I mean, you can do that.
I would.
You would. Well, there you go. There you go. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. But definitely get ready for Spread Eagle to come out with that new album. It's definitely ready for them to hit the road. And just like I said, you can check out that Lynch song, that George Lynch song from the Old Folks tour. What was that boat ride?
Oh,
Rock Legends.
Rock Legends Cruise.
Rock Legends Cruise. That's right. I knew some people that went to that, that went and got on that. So that's cool.
Hold on a second, Chris. Chris, hold on a second. Hey,
yeah.
Rob, speaking of that, what is the cruise atmosphere like now since the COVID and all that stuff? How is that?
Well, it depends. I did the Kiss cruise in November, and that had a lot of testing to get on, which is good. And
right.
And then the last cruise I did, there was just one quick test that we did before we got on, and Deep Purple got COVID on the boat. So,
wow.
Answer your question. People are happy to be getting on the boats and doing it, but you still have to be careful.
Well, because I saw some pictures from the Monsters of Rock cruise. Great crowd. It looked like. Didn't see any masks really involved.
There was a few here and there.
And yeah, just here and there. And I've been told by friends of mine that have gone to these cruises before that, if you want to meet somebody or get something signed, that's the chance to do it because, the guys are all over the place for that whole time. So was it like we were talking a little bit ago about things have changed? Was the meet and greets and the bumping into people just randomly in the hallways or at the bars, was that toned down a bit now on this latest thing?
There was less meet and greets, and when Deep Purple got COVID, I think the meet and greets got canceled at that point.
Stop.
Okay.
Yeah. But of course, yeah, you can run into people in the halls. It's a boat.
Right.
And I wore my mask. But
yeah.
Except on stage, of course. But there were some people wearing masks, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully all that's going to go by the wayside, and we're going to get back to somewhat normalcy. And
I hope so. Kiss did it really well, because they had that guitar tech past, as you probably heard.
Yeah.
They were supposed to play that night. Actually, the day that he passed. So, and they had to cancel. So,
I thought Paul got it, didn't he?
They all got. And
then Gene, I think.
Paul and Gene got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Their guitar tech, Fran Stubert, passed away. Unfortunately, he was a really sweet guy. But so they did it right. They did. You had to have what's called a PCR test within 48 hours. Before you got on the boat, and then when you showed up, you also did a quick test swab.
Okay.
So there was a 2-level entry.
And did you feel safe?
I felt a lot safer with that process of 2-level. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a lot of testing. You had to be 24 hours before you got on the boat. I think it was 24 hours before you got on the boat for Monsters of Rock. And because I know a lot of guys, a lot of people that went, especially bands, and everybody, was praying to God they were, negative before before they went, especially Killer Doors. They had to fly down to Florida from Canada and get home. So
right.
Yeah. So it was crazy.
Well, because I got my buddies, I've got friends that play in a band called Sonata Arctica. They're from Finland. And, a lot of their shows are getting canceled, through Europe and things like that. They're having to really reschedule things and so on. But they usually do like that 70,000 tons of metal cruise, which is mostly European power metal bands and things like that. And I have really been wanting to get out and do that. But
isn't Megadeth the co-host of that?
They might be, yeah. But it's just, and I'm not afraid of getting it. I've already had it and everything, but I've got my shots and I've got this and, and what have you. But that would just really suck to get out there and spend all that money and time and all that stuff. And then, you either get sick
or be quarantined during. That would really suck.
Yeah, exactly. I was just kind of wondering what the whole scene was like on the cruises now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much same as it's always been. People are everywhere partying, maskless for the most part.
Yeah.
Let's say on the cruises I've been on, maybe 10% of the people are masking. I haven't been on the Monsters of Rock cruise for a few years, so I can't really comment about that. Last time I did that was, I'm not sure, 2019 or something.
Yeah. That was actually the last year they had it.
I was going to say, it's probably right before they shut it down then, because that's usually in February, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is, because it's always right around my birthday, and I've always wanted to go, and just
it's
the
fun.
cars haven't been.
Cruises are fun, man. Rock cruises are a lot of fun. They really are great.
They look like it would be a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
One band right after another, you just go to a different area of the boat, to a different stage.
Right.
So they're a lot of fun, and Rock Legends Cruise is really incredible.
Yeah, I've heard that's really cool. Actually, was it last year? Yeah, last year I think they did have that one, and they didn't. Okay, well I know the last time they had it, Jack Russell's Great White was on there.
Yeah, Robbie and I hung out. Yeah.
Okay, so
and I hung out.
Okay, all right, very cool. So yeah. Well, Rob, we're going to let you get off here, but man, enjoyed it. Glad to have you on video this time instead of just audio because, you can react so much better on video because if you say something stupid, you shouldn't say it. On the phone.
You get that stupid look.
Well, yeah, but on the phone, you get that dead silence and it's like, oh, shit. Are we disconnected or did I say something stupid?
Right.
So, but yes, it's been a pleasure, always a pleasure. And when you get here next time, if you somewhere around this area, whoever you're with, definitely need to hook up and meet you and get a picture with you and stuff. So
absolutely. If you see him coming to your area, please write me beforehand. Yeah,
definitely,
absolutely,
sure will.
Cool. Chris and Keith, thanks for having me on Talk Box Live.
Thanks for being on here. Thanks a lot, and looking forward to see you on the road, Rob. Stay safe.
And I'll send you the links, but this is on it's on YouTube. It's on my Facebook page, the Talkbox Live page, and it's also on my Twitter page. So
send me the links.
And
I'll definitely share it.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. All right, guy, man, we appreciate you.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
You too. Take care.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool, dude. I've met him. I got to meet him a couple times, like I said, and he's always been real nice. Always been real nice.
Yeah. Very cool. But yeah, man. And I mean, dude plays with a lot of bands. I mean,
no shit. I didn't even think about this. I saw something in passing about the new Lynch thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think I even paid attention to notice that it was Rob.
I
really truly don't. I think I missed that.
Okay.
I want to say, in fact, I know that that it was Andrew Freeman and Jimmy DeAnda.
Okay.
But somehow I missed the fact that it was, or either that or I just forgot,
Yeah.
Like I said, my train of thought,
Hold on. I'm going to try to hit PJ up and see. I sent him a link, but I told him to kick on about 8:50. All right, no answer. Anyway, yeah, I just want to hit real quick that this Friday, today, I got to ring the bell 3 times that I was through with my radiation and chemo. Woo-hoo! Still got to take my chemo pills tonight, but other than that, man, I'm done. 5 weeks. 5 weeks I go and, or actually, about 5 weeks from now, I go and have CAT scans done, a couple of them, and the next day I meet with my radiation oncologist and see.
Is that back up in Ohio State?
Yeah, damn it, 2 days in a row, and then the following Monday I go back again to see my oncologist. So
Okay.
anyway, but yeah, we're gonna have an idea of, I know it worked. I hope it got rid of every bit of it and it never comes back again.
I do too.
Pray to God that it did. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. But yeah, we're going to give PJ a couple more minutes and see if he clicks on. But what we're doing is we were going to have PJ come on and just not introduce. What's the word I'm looking for?
Put his 2 cents worth in about playing this weekend.
Yes, the show this weekend.
However you want to word it.
Like my wife sent me a message, said, "You have chemo brain tonight." I was like, "No shit." So and that's an actual thing, man.
Yes, it is. My wife used to get into a fog with that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's ridiculous. They told me I could, have some of these side effects and stuff for probably another week after. So,
Wow.
But it'll be all right. I'm stoked. I'm fucking happy. My bass player's coming up here, him and his wife, and they're going to be playing with me. Well, not them, but BB or B will be playing with me at the Trickster show. Not the whole band Trickster, just PJ,
Epic
the
Live.
bass player.
PJ
Yep,
and Steve Brown.
Yep, and they're going to be at Epic
Live
Music Center over in Addiston, Ohio, which
on
is
Main Street.
Yep, right, a little bit outside of Cincinnati. Still Cincinnati I don't know address, but it's past Delhi out there on 50, and you take that main
Right
street
across the street from Monsanto.
Okay.
Off 50.
Okay.
You come in off of 50 coming from Cincinnati. You get off right there across the street from Monsanto. You make a right onto Main Street. You go down about 3/4 of a mile. It's on your right-hand side. It used to be a place.
I came in and it was on my left-hand side. So I came in a different road. So
it used to be called the Meadows.
Okay.
It's a reception hall, for weddings and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes a really
small stage, but it's very cool.
Well, as I say, it makes a really cool, intimate setting.
Yes. We saw enough there back December 3rd.
First.
Yeah.
January 1st.
No, December 31st. No, it was Thursday. Damn it. My bad. Yeah, the day after New Year's Eve.
Right.
Clouds.
Right. Which, by the way, I'm surprised he didn't make your list just because.
I shot from the hip,
I know.
And you're right. Damn it.
I'm
sorry.
I was looking at it and I go, he's going to have Chip on there just because.
Oh, well, one of the nicest fucking guys you'll ever meet, never see, ever watch. I mean, he's just a smooth killer bass player.
And by the way, plays a really cool bass with neon colored strings.
Well, he actually got that bass from the bass player of Cheap Trick. Yes. So it was a gift to him from Tom. And,
it's just really cool.
Oh yeah, it's very cool. And dude, that thing has been through some shit.
Oh, I bet it has.
He had the top horn that you hook into for the strap.
Yeah.
Well, he had that whole sumbitch duct taped about that fucking.
I saw that
with a damn eye screw pulled it. It's drilled into it. So and it just that sumbitch has been through hell, but Chip still has it and plays the shit out of it.
While I'm thinking of it, and Robbie didn't mention it. But Jack Russell will be back in July. They're playing up at JD Legends in Springfield.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that. That's right.
Whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing JD Legends.
JD
so
Legends.
It will be back as well.
And is that Springdale?
Springboro.
I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. And trying to get on that show. Don't know if we can, but I'm trying.
Well, that'd be cool.
We'll see. I think we might already have something going on that weekend. So
yeah,
might not can make it, but we'll see. No, my bad. We have something the weekend after that, and it's going to be hard for us to come and play up here and then go back home and then play in shit.
It's July 9th.
Right. And the next weekend we're in
The 16th.
16th. Yeah. Both those days. We're one in Nashville and the other one's in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's not far from you.
What's that?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Not too bad. It's about an hour and a half or two or so.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's not too bad.
Yeah. So maybe you can come to that. But yeah. So I guess PJ is probably not going to make it on, but he's probably busy. I know last week they were in, he was supposed to try to come on, but they were in Las Vegas playing that night at.
I saw a video from that.
I think it was Vamped.
It was. They had Eric Martin with them.
Eric was playing with. It's actually him. I forget the drummer's name. Patrick Farrell? No, it's not Patrick.
I don't know who it was.
I forget who that was. Anyway, and Steve Brown, and then also Eric Martin, and they were playing songs from Trickster, PJ's solo stuff, and then of course Eric Martin's stuff from
Mr. Big.
Mr. Big, yes. Thank you.
The clip that I saw was "Stuck with You." PJ's and Eric Martin was playing bass.
That freaking song.
It's a great song.
And dude, Steve was singing the shit out of those Trickster songs, man.
I tell you what, he surprised me. I've seen him do a couple numbers, and he actually surprised me a bit.
Yeah,
with his vocal.
I've seen a few back in the day that he's done, and they were a little rough because I mean Pete's a fucking beast, man. Loved that dude. And I've tried to hit some of that shit, and God, hard. But yeah, Steve was nailing that shit, man. I was like, hell yeah, you know.
That's killer.
But you do that day in and day out. I mean, that's you know.
Oh yeah.
Rough, especially when you're in your damn late 40s. So
yeah,
it doesn't get easier.
That's
the
true.
older you get. Not all of us are like fucking Jack Russell and Jeff Tate and can still
I tell you what, Jack sounds really good.
He does.
And I know PJ and Steve and you guys are going to be there on Friday as well, but
right. Yeah, this Friday. That's right. This Friday, the 25th. And damn it, you know what? Doors open at 6. We take the stage at 7. That sucks. But it is what it is.
Who's playing first?
We are, yeah. So we play first, and then Billy Carey, and then Trickster, PJ, and Steve. So I'm gonna see, man. It's gonna. I don't know. Being acoustic, it shouldn't take long to break down and all that.
Are you gonna try and bring them over to the Blue Note?
I'm gonna try to, man, if I can. I mean,
that would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be rad. So
it would be.
Just depends on what time, what time they hit the stage and how long they have to play and all that stuff. Because it's a contract and they got to do, abide by the contract.
Probably do a meet and greet or something. I'm assuming of some sort.
Probably so. I'm gonna get I told the wife she had to fix up real good so she could get her picture taken with them.
Absolutely.
So.
Which reminds me, I need you to get a hold of PJ for me and find out what time they're going to be in town.
I did. I hadn't asked him that yet, but I was going to ask him that tonight if he got on. But he'll hit me back here in a little bit, and I'll tell him.
Because I got to call Robbie back. Apparently, I'm going to pick up the drummer tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're coming in tomorrow night, but the drummer's not coming in till 11:30 or something like that.
Oh, okay. Where at the airport?
PVG, yeah. So I said, I can pick him up if you need me to. He said, oh man, that would be awesome. I said, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
cool. Well, yeah, man. Anyway, we're gonna get off here real quick. Stay on, Keith, for a few minutes. I was thinking, call you Kevin. Oh, fucking damn. Kevin Caruso. You like that name?
That's my brother's name, so it works.
But everybody, tune in to Talkbox Live every Wednesday night. Next Wednesday, we're going to have Mr. Sam Bam Colton.
Absolutely. Talking about Dorothy.
Yeah, and then the next Wednesday after that, Miss Cherry Pie Bobby Brown is going to be on the show. Hell yeah. Damn right. And, the weekend after that, Miss Nikki Stringfield, guitarist 4.
The Iron Maidens.
The Iron Maidens, that's right. And Mr.
She's quite a biscuit her damn self.
Yes, she is. And Mr. Patrick Kennison, her man, who's the lead guitar player for Lita Ford, which they're going to be here at JD Legends too here in July. So,
Yeah.
Matter of fact, isn't that July 9th?
No, July 9th is Jack Russell.
July 16th.
Lita Ford is July 29th.
29th. Okay.
And that's with Firehouse, by the way.
Yes, with Firehouse. So, and with that Jack Russell show at JD Legends, I think Kip Winger's supposed to be at that show. So
I have not heard yet, but I'm hoping for that.
Well, that's what that Robbie kind of mentioned. That might be the thing. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun, telling people that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not nailed down.
That's
yet.
not confirmed yet. So don't beat me if I'm wrong. But
correct.
But anyway, everybody, tune in to Talkbox Live every Wednesday night. Go and check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. And I mean, just watch it, man. Watch the stuff. It's good stuff. We talked to some cool people, and we also got Miss Cassandra Carson from
Paralandra. Landra. Okay.
Yeah. So and who else we got? God, I had somebody else.
I've got. Well, if I don't know, should I say it?
Huh?
Should I say it?
What?
Well, I've got Miss Tara Lynch.
Yeah, Miss Tara Lynch. But what date?
I don't have a date yet for her.
Okay. Well, I got Cassandra for the 6th, so don't.
No. And then I've got Chris Caffery.
Yeah. Okay.
And I need a date
those
for
will be
him.
in April. Those will be in April, along with Cassandra, April 6th. And so anyway, but we got a couple more in damn March, and I can't remember. But anyway, I will get back. I'll post those here in a few days. Yeah.
March is Sam Bam Colton on the 2nd, Bobby Brown on the 9th, Nikki Springfield on the 16th, and Lydia's Castle on the 23rd.
21st, actually. That's on a Monday.
Well,
night.
yeah.
You'll be out of town. So I don't have anything on the 30th because I am going to be on the Metal Summit. So everybody tune into that on Facebook. I'll be on there talking about Voodoo 13, baby. Hell yeah. And as y'all can see, I'm growing a beard again like a dumbass. I don't know why. I hated it the first time I grew one. But anyway, love you all. See y'all later. And love, peace, and monkey grease. And y'all take it easy. This is Mr. Keith Caruso's Cup of Tea and Blevins Vox signing off.